has been created for anyone with over 10,000.
Hey, family. So I'm just now looking at how I look in this mask. If you can, I don't even know if you can hear me, but it's the first time I've actually looked at myself. Not really, second time, I guess. Looked at myself with this mask on, and at first I was putting it on the incorrect way, but a way that was more comfortable for me to have on, because it is kind of uncomfortable, you know. But anyway, I hope everybody is doing well out here running errands. Last couple of days, well, for a long time, but you know, there have been some days where I, you know, have to get up and get out and run some errands. And yesterday was one of the days that I just didn't get up and get out. I had plans on doing it, but I didn't. I just stayed in. And so I could see how when you don't have anything planned, how you could kind of like almost go crazy, you know, during this time. If you're not working, I should flip that car. This car is like really low. Like they must enter that car like in car shows or something like that. Cause I think that's the lowest I've ever seen a car. Like I don't even think that you could fit anything underneath that car. You definitely have to jack that up in order to see it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I can see how if you don't have a schedule, or you don't plan something out for yourself, how you can kind of go crazy. I've been looking at some people's vlogs and how they are navigating their way through, you know, through their day during this time. And people who have children are like, whew, I mean, like school-age children or younger. Excuse me, can be very I don't know how you guys do it. I'll take my hats off. So during this time, I want to ask you guys, what have you come to the realization? What have you realized? What have you realized that you've taken for granted? What are you more appreciative of? And so there's, I think I was watching somebody's, I think it was The Real, and they were asking what do they not take for granted now. And so I know one of them said, as far as like interacting, the one-on-one face-to-face interaction with people. And so that's something that, thank goodness, you know, I've been with my parents, so I have that interaction with them. But if I didn't have that, I'd probably be going crazy. I'd probably have a lot of videos that I would be posting. But anyway, I appreciate that as well. Now that I think back on it, you know, especially with the job that I had, we were always communicating with the students. And so right before I was let go, the students, they had, you know, they were on spring break. And then that following week, which was in March, I think it was it in March? It was the end of February, beginning of March, I think it was. Yeah, something like that. It was like, yeah, I think it was like the end of February, beginning of March was their spring break. And then you know, the pandemic of the virus hit, and so they were asked not to return. They could return, but they had a certain date that they could come and remove their items out of their dorm. I think it was up until the 21st or the 22nd. And so we did see students, but no, at that point, when they were asked to, now that I think about it, when they were asked to not return, I mean, just return to pick up your things, not, the only way we could communicate with them was through email, telephone. There was no one-on-one, face-to-face contact anymore. And so that could be really, really challenging sometimes. But it was part of the job. And so what you gonna do, right? So, but then when you didn't have that, it was like, wow. And then not only the contact with the students, the contact with the internal customers, the coworkers, and the people on the outside, people who you interact with, scholarship organizations, alternative loan organizations, that contact was lost too. People that I would see regularly, just walking around, going to the bathroom, going to lunch, or whatever, then I didn't see them anymore. It's like, where are they at now? Like, did they just stop going? Like, everybody was just, everybody was getting geared up and getting ready to work from home, work remotely. And so that was interesting. And it was eye-opening, because you're used to something for X number of years, and then all of a sudden that way of working, that way of operating is over with, and it's over and done with. And so you're like, wow. For most people. And then there were some people that, as you know, grocery store workers, truck drivers, postal workers, FedEx staff members, UPS, they're still out there grinding, and as well as medical, everybody. The list goes on and on and on. And so yeah, I never did not have an appreciation for my job, but it really made me, some of the aspects of it, I think maybe I took for granted, because it was, from day in and day out, I was there, and, the phone ring, you had to pick up the phone. Someone had a question, if it was something that I could answer, then, I'd try to help them out. And so bottom line is that's what my job, my job entailed, was helping the students. And so if it wasn't for the students, we would not be there. That's what we're there for, to service the students. And so you just can, until something is taken away from you, then you're like, wow. So, and another thing was church, so you guys that normally watch, I'm always talking about the message that I, received at church. And so, I would normally go. And so that, because of the mandate, that was no longer, the in-person service was no longer available. So it's virtual. And so, so it's just a lot. Getting my hair done, getting my nails done, that has lifted, I think, yesterday by the governor of Georgia. But, I think there are still some shop owners of tattoo shops, nail shops, whatever, that are still not ready to open yet, and understandably. rightfully so. You know, there's just so much going on about information, whether or not people, whether or not they believe the information. It's kind of, to the point where you don't know what to believe. People want to help people, but you don't want to be taken advantage of as well. And when I say help them, you may want to help someone financially, but then again, if you donate to an organization that's supposedly going to help people being affected by COVID-19, then you're like, oh no, I want to help, but I don't know if I should, or I don't know if I should put this money here because I may not be, it may be going into someone's pocket that doesn't need it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's just a lot of things that, some things that all of us have experienced before all of this, and then, now that this has, this incident has come, this disease, this outbreak, this pandemic has come to about, it's just made you think about different things. So I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. So guess who I got something. Finally got it. BLOVES Smackalicious Sauce. And not only do I have one, I've got two. Whoa! Thumbnail. Finally, guys, I finally got it. Wow. So I gotta follow through. I've been, with this virus going on, I've been checking Amazon for paper towels, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, because I'm unable to find certain things in the store. So a couple, I've been able to find toilet paper, paper towels on several occasions. But then I was like, you know what? You haven't checked to see if BLOVES sauce was available. I think I was watching somebody's video and somebody had the sauce or something, and I was like, let me go check to see if it's, it's available. And sure enough, the mild was available. The spicy was not. And so I'm excited. So the packaging is smaller than I thought, but then I remember someone saying that the mild is 7 ounces and I think the spicy is 9 ounces. So I don't know if they had that. I have to look at their video again, see if the packaging was, but I'm excited. And so you guys know this is definitely going to be a challenge for me because some of the ingredients that you have to put in here to make it is like an onion. I'm not really fond of onions, but everybody's talking about this sauce. I really want to try it. And I've done shrimp here and there on the channel, on my channel, but haven't done lobster tails. I've never tried lobster tails. I've had crab legs, but and then people say it's also good with chicken and steak and who knows. So this, I know since I've been doing mukbangs, my palate has been expanded to different tastes. There's some things that I try and I'm like, and then there's some things that I've tried and I really like. So I just wanted to share this with you that I finally got BLOVES Smackalicious Sauce, and I got not just one, I got 2 of them. And so, yeah, I really have to follow through and make the sauce and pair it with something, some seafood or something. So thanks, guys, for dropping in. Thanks for listening to me ramble earlier about. Let me know what you feel, how you think about this whole situation that the world is dealing with now. And so, I wanted to share something before I go. This morning I was walking the dog, and we heard people cheering and clanging on pots and pans and yelling. And so I've seen uh, commercials where people cheer for the medical personnel or people on the front lines. I guess when they come off their shift, or maybe when they come off and it's been very successful. No one has succumb to the disease. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's because they cheer because of the person has got off the shift and got off the shift successfully, or because no one on the shift has passed, or whatever, or a combination of it. But so we heard this cheering, and even dog stopped. Toby stopped. He like, what the heck is going on? And so I figured by the time I get to the corner and turn in that direction that I heard the cheering and clanging and all of that, everybody would be gone because, and so I said, well, I was telling my mom about it. I said, someone in the neighborhood must be medical personnel or something, because people were cheering, and this was about 9 o'clock this morning. And so, yeah, it was just, even though I wasn't there, I just heard it. Or maybe someone that lived around the corner that, was successfully overcame the disease. So maybe that's what it was. But it just, you're hearing so much about people's loved ones passing away that it was a bright spot just to hear the cheering. So, yeah, maybe if I hear it again, maybe I'll just go out in the morning when I do take the dog out. I'll take my phone and maybe I'll just record the cheering. So anyway, just wanted to share that because that's something refreshing to hear. You hear so many deaths, and not to trivialize or make light of those who have lost loved ones. To the virus. I send out my prayers and condolences and helping that and hoping and praying that God surrounds you and your family with strength and endurance and everything that you need at this particular time. Because I can't even imagine, going through losing a loved one, and at this time, to this disease, any time really, but especially a time like this. So content creators, remember, the information that you disseminate may not be for everybody, but it's definitely for somebody. And I saw something today, someone's post on Instagram, I think it was, that was kind of similar to what I was saying, but it was a little bit more eloquent. I should try to repost it. But anyway, thanks again for dropping by. Those of you who've been, you come to the channel, and those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Have an awesome evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is in your area. Bye-bye.